so good morning to all of you. You may know me as Sammy or Sam, not Samantha, as I was introduced, unless I'm in trouble. We're good here. But you might not know me either, but if you've ever seen a crazy person wearing shorts in the middle of winter at Watchung Hills, that would be me. Everyone has seen me. But even though we may not have spoken before, after all, this campus is vast, and the hallways can get so crowded and overwhelming that you might feel like a sardine. We've likely faced similar challenges throughout our 4 years of high school nonetheless. For example, freshman year, orientation. I was so proud of myself to find my way to my bio classroom, only to realize that I was supposed to be in a health class, on the opposite end of the school, of course. And when I finally got there, I was seated for about 30 seconds before the bell rang. Our school is huge, but eventually, after walking through the halls more than a few times, we got the hang of it. But frankly, I still haven't found my way to the pool on the roof. Next, sophomore year. This was a dangerous year, because in chem lab, we were playing with corrosive chemicals when we mixed acids and bases, and we definitely broke a beaker or two along the way. Sorry, Mrs. Prybell, if you're out there. But it was also the year that many of us got our driving permits. At this time, I would like to admit that, yes, Dad, it was me who hit the trash can, and I would explain the scrape on the front bumper. But I've learned to be more cautious when driving. It just takes time and practice to get there. My girl Hannah Montana sings his best.
Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days.
So if you couldn't tell, as she emphasizes those 30 seconds of musical genius, everybody does make mistakes. Despite what our parents may say when they see us repeatedly starting an assignment the day that it's due. But what would junior year have been without procrastination? Because we were finally the big kids of the school, and apparently that also gave our teachers the liberty to increase the workload. Yes, I'm talking about you, US history! That was you, but it's okay, because we made it through. We even started driving without an adult in the car. And based on the look on our parents' faces the first time we pulled out of the driveway alone, I think they were more scared than we were. You can admit it, it's okay. And we may have forgotten half of what we learned in driver's ed. Like, do we turn our wheels away or toward the curb when parking on a hill? And is the highway speed limit really 65, or is that just a suggestion? That's up to the cops, but I think it's a suggestion. But anyway, we learned from making these mistakes. And finally, senior year. We didn't have the pleasure of caring for a 5-pound flower baby in health class. But at least in PE, we got the blessing of fitness ed puzzles. Just Dance Zumba was my favorite. Anyone? In fans, it was really good. And some of us even started to play our sleep debt by sleeping in until 7:29 or later to sign on for online classes at 7:30. Was this the best habit to fall into? Probably not, but I'm guilty of this too, and I think it was worth it for that extra hour of sleep. On a related note, senioritis, a disease that can only be cured by graduation, is real. But something I've learned, especially in this last semester when it hit us hard, is that spending time with the people you care about may outweigh other obligations, like finishing that long set of math problems even when you've already decided on your post-high school plans. For example, hanging out with friends, or talking with siblings late at night, or even playing a board game with your family can be more important than getting this work done in the moment. We might not always remember the function of the mitochondria, it's the powerhouse of the cell, by the way, or confusing geometry theorems, but I think we will remember the times we spent together above all else. Now, as we leave high school, we might be grateful that we won't have 7:30 a.m. classes anymore, or we might be scared that we actually have to start doing our own laundry and cooking. But we always have our family and friends. I hope for the best for all of you, and I also hope you have a wonderful summer. Thank you.